What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Monday. You're tuned in to the only channel that lets you pick the trades. Come help me lose money. Good to be here, guys. Make sure you've smashed the likes and subscribes. You're going to find the links to the resources. We're going to be looking at a few key metrics here. We're not a channel that does hype or shill. I mean, we hype for fun, but not like that. You'll find those in the video description along with our sponsors. We're going to be trading live on Fairdesk today. We're going to be going whatever direction you guys choose. There is a poll on youtube.com/TomCrown. We have 71 votes. It looks like you guys are looking for more longs. What a surprise. We're going to take a look at some key metrics, some interesting stuff that I found for you guys. We're going to look at the macro market catalysts that may be coming up in a week or two here. We're going to be checking in on our live trades. And I don't know, whatever else comes. We'll see. So get hyped, guys. Settle in. Grab a brew. Roll them. Smoke them if you got them. But make sure you're smashing those likes, interacting with the live stream. So let's start here. Then we'll jump into those metrics really quick. I've been using this CoinGlass super chart a lot lately. I really like it. It's free. Coinglass.com. Go super chart. There's nothing to buy there. No shill. So basically what it's showing us is just some data that we don't find maybe on TradingView, and that's things like CVD, funding rates, open interest, liquidations, etc. It does this really nicely. It displays them here. So really quick, let's go over to the hour while we wait for everyone to find that we're live and join in. We did see some negative funding. That's what we talked about in the last stream. What I was looking for, we got it. Awesome. Doesn't really seem to have any impact on price so far. We are on the hourly time frame, and we can see that honestly, since July started, volatility has been extremely low. We've seen a swing low so far in July at 29.5 and a swing high at 31.5. That isn't even a 10% spread. While we're up here at the 30K level, a 10% move is going to be $3,000 to the upside or downside. It's kind of a tricky part of Bitcoin in general and its prices. As it moves up, those kind of flat dollar value moves become smaller or less significant. So maybe in 2019 or 2020, a $1,000 move could be a really big move when price was at like 6K. Now a $1,000 move is a 3% move. Just something to keep in mind to keep that perspective level, grounded, and make sure you're looking at the right stuff and looking at it correctly. So let's continue. Make sure my audio's good. It looks like it is. Maybe up a bit too much. Music's probably unaudible, but that's good. All right. So let's take a look at some of these metrics. This has been circulating around Twitter, and I thought it was definitely something we want to look at because it's a little scary here. This is CryptoQuant.com, and this is a premium site. The link is in the video description below, but we're going to go over these metrics here live, so you need to log in. What this is miner to exchange flow. Now, I've seen a bunch of tweets about this, a bunch of people posting about it. I'm not sure people have talked about it on YouTube yet. It's relatively new, but let's zoom in here. Actually, stay zoomed out for a second. We can see that there has been historically some spikes, and what this is miners are competing for the Coinbase reward or the mining block. When they get this reward, they typically have to sell some of it to cover their costs. So miners moving Bitcoin to exchange is totally normal, not something to be really afraid of. However, what we're seeing, I'll say, since July started, maybe towards the end of June, is something that does catch my eye. I'm going to tell you my thoughts about it, but it is a little alarming. So we can see there's a pretty steady pace. This is to be expected of miners selling their Bitcoin to cover their electricity, their hardware costs. We do have some spikes. Like last year, we had some really big days of inflows. June 22nd, we had maybe the biggest inflow from miners ever. And we can see that tapered off into the end of the year. We did have a spike again on the move up in January. It's remained relatively stable, except for, now we're going to zoom in. Starting June 14th, right after Bitcoin hit 25K, which was June's low, we see a lot of inflow. This isn't really a good thing per se. This could be definitely viewed as selling pressure on spot. However, spot really hasn't responded. I might interpret this a little differently. I might say that Bitcoin miners have been so profitable this year that they didn't need to sell. So let's go back to the beginning of the year. They didn't need to sell in mass really all year. They've had such good profitability. We can say this is due to the price going up. We can say this is due to ordinals having a spike in miner fees. I'm just speculating here. Please draw your own conclusions. Don't just blindly listen to what I say, and that goes for everything. They've been so profitable that they didn't need to sell at the rate at which they had been. That would be my best guess. With the halving approaching, it's kind of counterintuitive for miners to look to get rid of their bags, but we do see this pretty regularly into the halving. What does catch my eye and what maybe we should be a little aware of, or I don't want to say afraid of, but a little conscious of, is this uptick in miners to exchanges is pretty big. It's pretty significant. We're seeing a flow of about 3,000 Bitcoin to exchanges a day. And to my knowledge, how many Bitcoin are mined in 24 hours? That's 6. Oh God, I have to do the math live. I thought this would be easy. So there's 6.5 Bitcoin made every block. A block is every 10 minutes. So that times 6 is per hour, times 24 is per day. 936 per day would be the total newly created Bitcoin. So we're seeing actually a larger influx than what is created. And that is selling pressure. We could also say that maybe this isn't being sold spot. Maybe this is being used to cover for leverage positions or even open new leverage positions. That would be my best guess, only due to the fact that we haven't seen price move to the downside yet. If price were to plummet out of the sky under 25K, it would be in hindsight very easy to say that was spot selling, but we haven't seen that. So this is interesting. Chad, I would love to hear your thoughts. Love to see where you guys are at with this. It's not the news I would have liked to share with you today, but it's happening. It's real. So we might as well put that into our analysis and into our thoughts. Let me know. 136 votes. We got to get those numbers up to take our first trade, but it's probably going to be good timing. Let's do this. This site has a lot of really great data. Is it worth paying for? It's up to the user if you're going to really use this. You guys know I'm not huge about on-chain indicators, but some of the stuff is really good. It's a really clean perspective with lots of data that is actionable in many ways. So CryptoQuant.com, there's your shout out, CryptoQuant. What I like is it does give you little summaries here. So exchange reserves, as the exchange reserves continue to fall, it indicates lower selling pressure. So what's really interesting is miners BTC to exchange has been going up. Jeez. Yet exchange reserves continue to plummet. This is counterintuitive and, to my knowledge, doesn't really make much sense. Basically, what we've seen, and we're going to look at this in a better chart, is exchange reserves falling all through 2020, all through 21 and 22 and into 23. This is really interesting when we look back to the history of exchange reserves. Basically, how many Bitcoin are on exchange, and what that means is how much Bitcoin is available to be sold on the market to push price down. So this is brought to you by IntoTheCryptoverse.com, Benjamin Cohen's site. I don't have a referral link, but I put just his link down there because we're using his data. There's some really interesting trend going on here. We can see since the advent of Bitcoin and exchanges, this makes sense. The amount of Bitcoin on exchange has gone up. If you think about it, day zero, there were no exchanges and there was nowhere to put the Bitcoin. As exchanges came out and as crypto became more popular, we saw Bitcoin reserves on exchanges grow. But there's a really interesting part of this data that I want to share with you guys today, and that is if we look at on exchange available Bitcoin to be sold, the highest point of that is either arguably in March, February of 2020, or maybe slightly higher in June of 21. But what's interesting is we've seen a clear uptrend into 19, into 20, and possibly even peaked out in 21. If we look at the history here, lower lows are very rare. We had one maybe here at the bottom of the bear market in 15. We had one here right before the all-time high broke. But in general, this has trended up since the existence of Bitcoin and exchanges. But what we've seen since July of 21 is that reserve coming down. Now, that doesn't match up with what we've seen in previous bear markets. We can see that the reserve on exchanges in 2017 and into 18 and even into 19 continued to grow, meaning there were more traders, more holders or investors putting their Bitcoin on exchange in an attempt to maybe sell or to hedge or whatever it is. I'm not going to look into their reasoning. I'm just sharing my thoughts. And now into this bear market, That is not the case. This is really interesting. We are seeing potentially a change in the cycle, in what is happening here. We would have expected that to increase after we hit 69K in 22 as people look to get out of their positions, but the opposite is true. Now, with those miner reserves, we do see a slight, or miners sending to exchanges, we do see a slight uptick here, and this is the kind of caution or tempering of the fear or whatever we might feel based on these miners. This tempers it as there's a lot put on exchange, but it's still not even as high as it was in May. So if we continue to see this increase, maybe we will see a high being broken or more Bitcoin accumulating on exchanges. But for the most part, we are seeing something in a bear market we've never actually seen before. And there's a lot of speculation around this. Is the cycle different? Are things changing? I think it's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. The more I look at 2018 and 19 as a bear market cycle, the less it seems to line up with the past, and the more it seems to maybe be lining up with what we're seeing here today in 2023, and I can get to that later in the episode. But this is a really interesting metric. I'm keeping my eye on it, absolutely. As this continues to fall, the only thing you can really assume from that is that selling pressure is being removed. On the flip side, stablecoin reserves going to exchanges would be like the bullish version of this. If we see stablecoin reserves on exchanges increase, that's likely buying pressure, etc. But I wanted to share these with you guys because I thought they were interesting. I don't want to tell you what to think about it or how to interpret it, but that's just my thoughts. Something really quick I wanted to share. God, I should not have shaved my beard before the stream. I got hairs everywhere. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Okay. Is percentage of supply and profit and loss. This is also on intothecryptoverse.com. And I thought this was pretty interesting. So we can see kind of a cycle, right? This is pretty clearly looks like a cycle. It's like every 4 years. We see a low in people in profit and a high in between those high or whatever. We see a high in people in losses in between, but I'm going to get rid of supply and loss and just put it into supply and profit. Whoa. This caught my eye earlier when I was just browsing the site. So what's interesting is in 2018 and 19, we saw a really big rally, which we have not seen yet into this bear market. I have to turn my music down. I can't even hear myself think. Which brought in a lot of new investors, a lot of people getting hype. They got wrecked. They're back into losses. So what I found pretty interesting is if we look at 2015 into 16, this was the bear market bottom of that cycle. Price was around what, like $100 at the time. We see supply and profit dropped, moved up, and pulled back as price began reapproaching that all-time high. And obviously at all-time highs, every supply is in profit. When we compare what we're seeing right now to the past, it doesn't really look like 2019. 2019 was a much more explosive rally that came back down before reaching an all-time high. 2016 was more of a steady climb up, and what we saw is that pullback, higher highs, pullback, and we're really starting to see that again here. If we get rid of Bitcoin price, really the same thing, that moving up, pulling back, no explosive rally that puts everyone in profit quickly and then takes it away. This is pretty cool. The more things I find, the more data I find looking at the last cycles and different perspectives, the more to me it starts to look like 2015 and 16 and less like 18 and 19. I'll admit I was looking for 2018 and 19 to repeat as an analyst. Maybe I was wrong. I was also looking for higher highs in 2021. I was wrong then. Everything is possible, clearly. But it is interesting. I'm going to keep my eye on this, and I'm going to continue to really keep my ears open for more data that looks or reminisces about cycles before 2018. I don't know if it was the March 2020 crash or what. Maybe retail got too hyped in 2017. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to fit with everything else. A lot of people are expecting that to repeat like me. But perhaps that was just the black sheep. Perhaps that was the one-off, the fluke. Time will tell. All right. So those are my interesting little metrics I want to share with you. Let's look into the macro catalysts ahead. Here we go. Macro catalysts ahead. So today, very uneventful, and you probably are feeling this right now as Bitcoin's price relatively flat, not a lot going on. Stocks relatively flat. Dollar relatively flat. Not a lot happening, and there's really no catalyst for this today. Tomorrow we have some short-term energy look. That's not really something that I put too much weight on, but I'm sure people do. But this week, on Wednesday and Thursday, we have some big numbers that come every week, and that's core CPI, CPI, crude oil inventories, jobless claims, and PPI. So these are big because they are the factors that the Fed looks at when deciding interest rates. Chair Powell did speak over the last few weeks and at the FOMC meeting, saying that they are all, like, the way I read it is they're certainly going to increase interest rates in July here. We'll be covering that, obviously. We are the home of the Chair Powell stream. We'll be covering that. But these data points are going to weigh in on what their decision is, and so we're going to be keeping an eye out for them on Wednesday and Thursday. Tune in. Our Fed interest rate decision calculator. 2 weeks and 2 days till Chair Powell, and it looks like the market is getting more heavy. 92% looking for a 25 BPS hike, with only 8% looking for no interest rate hike. We have seen volatility in these. If you look at these charts, they're wild. They are the most volatile things in the markets, what people think the market is going to do or what the Fed is going to do. So it would not surprise me in the next 2 weeks to see this flip around, flip again, etc. But in general, we're looking for what? More smaller banks to collapse, money to get more expensive. Not really the bullish indicator we are hoping to see. It'll come eventually, but it's not here now. All right, cool. So there's all the boring stuff. I'm just trying to change up the format, see what works, see what doesn't. Let's check back in. You guys, we had a pretty crazy trading day Friday. We opened up a ton of trades and to our excitement, I don't think any of them closed. Did any of them close? Open time, close time on the 9th. It's the 10th. Okay, wait, we did. We had one long close. That's it. Not bad. Not bad. I think we might have even opened up a long that got hit. I don't know. But this is the chaos that you guys have created. We're going to add to that today. With 200 votes, we just need a few more, guys. Keep voting. We are leaning towards long. Great. So we're going to have to jump to the charts and see where we might open another long. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 longs open on this account. 1, 2, 3, 4 shorts open. But we are still net long. I'm comfortable there. Really quick, crypto fear and greed looks like it's up slightly, 56%, remaining very neutral as it has all year. I love it. The longer it remains neutral, the better chance I have, or I believe this rally has, of continuing to higher highs, to continuing even potentially to the all-time high. The year is running out of time, but it's still absolutely possible this year. It would really blindside everyone. But the longer it stays neutral, the better. If we see this tick up into deep greed, I think that we're likely to see a 2019 repeat. But if it can remain neutral and really hold back that euphoria and the FOMO all the way up, I think it can create a really large rally that we have not seen in many years for Bitcoin. What's interesting is Bitcoin balance on exchange here. I didn't plan on talking about this, but I will really quick here. Do we have a total? Total. Here we go. So we were just talking about miners sending Bitcoin to exchanges and why that might be threatening or bearish. However, in the last 30 days, we've seen a net outflow of 75,000 Bitcoin. That does not reflect what we're seeing via miners. So basically what that suggests to me, and even a 7-day change, minus 30 or 28K, suggests that Bitcoin is being absorbed. If it's being sold at all, it's being absorbed by buyers and they are withdrawing it from exchanges. So maybe this does suggest it's not spot selling and that it's more derivative contract related. That would be my speculation. That's pretty spicy, actually. I want to look at the funding rate super fast. Funding rate under neutral, so slightly bullish here. We see Bitcoin IO weighted funding rate 0.0045. That's below 0.1. So that's slightly leaning to the bullish side. That means that shorts and longs are pretty evenly matched, though longs are still paying shorts to be open, so they're feeling confident. Our predicted rates are pretty neutral here. Coingecko smoking the ganj or something, looking for negative 0.4% funding. That's pretty deep. Pretty deep, not reflecting the rest of the market. XVG funding, we talked about this, and I said, it might not be a bad idea to look for a long on Verge. a short-term play for sure, but that funding's still heavily negative. I can't believe, we'll look at Verge later, I can't believe there hasn't been a short squeeze there. In contrast, Waves, very heavy funding. On OKX only, it seems. Very heavy funding. If that was across exchanges, it would mean a little more. But to me, seeing OKX being all of these highest funding rates suggests something with OKX and not really reflective of the market. Perhaps their interest rates are being arbed out to other platforms like Binance with bigger volumes. That'd be my guess. All right. So we're going to open a trade here in just a few. We'll just need a few more votes. Maybe we only need 250. I know it's not that hype today. We'll see. We'll see. Let me pull this up. All right. We've got a steady 284 viewers. Not bad for a day that looks like a speck of dust. It looks like a speck of dust on my screen. Not bad. Almost 300 people. If you guys could, please vote in the poll, like the stream, subscribe. We did have our first subscriber already, taking our scribe virginity, Wes Gregg, the MVP of the stream. Welcome, Wes Gregg. Good to have you, my friend. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Don't wait. The time is now. We've got some charts to look at. Let's get rid of a lot of this stuff. I made a new chart, so we'll need a new start. We'll look back in on Friday's TA as well. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Cameron Lecompte. You the best, Cameron. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Make sure to join our Discord for some free Bitcoin airdrops after every live stream. Keeping up with the latest updates, trades, TA, chatting with the fam, and best way to keep up with our lives. Anyway, let's do this. Let's go to the week. We're not going to go all the way out. We did that last stream. We're just going to go like here. Yeah, that'll do. We'll go to the week. Let's get rid of everything. How's the weekly looking? After our beautiful candle in mid-June, we've had 2 weeks of virtually sideways, just in a range, nothing exciting happening. People getting bored. That is Bitcoin at its best, isn't it? That is Bitcoin at its best. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. I should have just made a new one. Oh well. With 31.5 as our high, as we said earlier, and 29.5 as our low. Chilling in this range. Basically, not much or nothing is happening while we are above 29.5 or below 31.5. But something that I was thinking about this weekend while I was taking a little break from everything is that it has been, how long? It has been a long time. Let's see. Son of a bee. It has been 245 days since our low. Maybe that's 231. We'll do it on the daily. But it has been months, over 6 months, since we've hit 15.5. To my knowledge, I don't think Bitcoin has ever held a low that long and had it broken, has it? Maybe right here. But it didn't hold its low, it broke there. Anyway, the longer, so this is really the only point of this, is the longer it stays sideways. So nothing is happening in this range, but the longer it stays sideways, in my opinion, the higher the probability is for a move to the upside. This is showing us that market participants are agreeing on price. They aren't actively really selling into it. They aren't able to push the price down lower. And to me, that's a bullish sign. I will, for anyone joining us for the first time today, like Sebastian Banovic, welcome friend. Good to have you. I am a perma bull. I've been in Bitcoin for like 7 years. I don't see a reason not to be a perma bull on the world's most, or history's most bullish asset ever, but every opinion, every view is welcome here. Don't worry if you're bearish. But just so you know my bias, I'm always bullish. Price doesn't always go up, but I'm always looking for upside, because if you look at the history of Bitcoin, that's the winning side, right? Easy peasy. Let's look at some of these indicators. Weekly chilling right below. We've been talking about that 32K for a very long time. Chilling right below 32K, our fat flat cloud here, acting magnetic, pulling price up there. Our TK sits at what, 28.2. That is a very important value, if I remember correctly from our last stream. Let's see. 28.4. That is okay. Our TK on our weekly, our shorter moving average, we'll basically call it, right here, sitting basically in between our bearish engulf quarterly and our monthly bearish engulf line. So if you remember on Friday, we talked about 27.2 and 28.4. Those are critical levels, potentially support if we do see a sell-off from this range. Well, fingers crossed support, as they're macro points on this chart. Basically, oh wow, I don't like that. I don't like that. Look at this. I didn't even notice that. Monthly. We'll get to that later, though. Monthly TK right there at that monthly support. I don't love that. Macro supports here. Basically, if we trade below 27.2, we have bearish engulf June. If we trade below 28.4 and close on a quarterly, we have plenty of time there. Plenty of time there. 2 months, 21 days. But if we close below there on this quarterly, that is a bearish engulfing quarter. That is typically not been a good sign for Bitcoin if it's ever happened. Has it ever even happened? Back here, January 2015 on Coinbase. I didn't even know that ever happened. But those are critical levels we're going to look to hold and potentially take trades from there. We'll see. Down to the day, what's happening? We saw this last stream, but we'll reiterate the monthly bearish engulf line at 27.2. Also, our 618 retracement level from our swing low at 25K to 31.5. Another piece of evidence, or I don't know, piece of evidence in our tool belt for us to use or argue that there's likely to be support there. I think that's a prime location. Take along for me if it happens. This is something we looked at actually in the last stream, as well as the Bollinger Bands on the daily. We had seen in the past, Bitcoin really does tend to like to move up, trade sideways to this 20 daily moving average or the middle of the Bollinger Band, and then make a move to the upside. We saw that earlier in this year. Trade sideways, made its move. This didn't happen here, but it's a very common move for Bitcoin to make, and unfortunately, it seems over the weekend or yesterday we closed below. That's really not what I had hoped to see. Today has regained a little bit of that loss. It is currently engulfing the previous day on the chart at 30.3, of course. Battling with local resistance slightly above at 30.3. But it closed today above 30.4. Very close. This is talking 1% move. Less than 1% move. Geez, from here, like almost an incalculable small move. 0.2% maybe. A close above this 20 daily moving average is going to be a nice bullish sign that I think is going to suggest the chart's looking to retest 31.1. We did have this nasty wick, so I'm not as confident in that retest. If we didn't have this wick, I would say the odds of coming back up to 31, even if we're going to dump, are well above 50. But with that wick, that does kind of temper that expectation. It kind of does take that probability down in my mind. And a close above 30.4 on the day is going to be that indicator, going to be that signal in my book. Let's see. This is what's getting me bullish. I'm always bullish, but this is what's really getting me bullish. On the day, Marketcipher B, love Marketcipher, also a sponsor of this channel. Link in the video description below, along with Fairdesk and Femex. Sign up using my links, guys. It helps support the stream. It costs you nothing, and you get bonuses for using my link. Do it. Great exchanges, great tools. What's getting me excited, though, Marketcipher B. On the day, we followed this almost every stream. Things were looking real bad in June, but we've seen this shape up really cleanly in July. Looking strong here. Though money flow is still in the red, it's still leaving the market. Oh no, it's not. Holy shit, I didn't even notice this. Wow, even better. It had been. For almost 2 months, we had money leaving on the daily time frame out of the market, and we're actually now, as of yesterday, money flows green. Well, this kind of rains on my parade because I was going to point out that it was likely looking to move green. Oh well. We had our lowest point in money flow. We had a higher low, and then we had a third higher low. This is like a 3 drivers kind of thing in charting or TA. You do see patterns of 3 often. And it already happened. Money flow rolled over to positive. VWAP is looking up. The only thing, and the least, in my opinion, the least impactful on price action, momentum. Still trending down. But if you've been following our streams, you know I get excited when I see these signals, when I see money flow moving or crossing over, rolling over, VWAP looking to do the same, but momentum right near that zero line, I call it a zero line crossover. When we get pinches here, when we see momentum reverse above that zero line, is when we see very strong moves, very strong bullish moves. The same is true in reverse. When we have a zero line rejection or a zero line cross in the opposite direction, we see very strong moves to the downside. This happened in early June right here, right before we reached our low in money flow, at least for the year. These can be very powerful signs. So I'm loving this setup on the daily. I'm very excited about this. I genuinely did not even know that money flow had crossed over into green yesterday. That is hella spicy. I do normally read them this way, though. When you see these roll over, the day after is almost never actually with the trend. So when we see it roll into green, usually we get a red candle on the day. Maybe that was yesterday when it actually rolled over. And when it rolls over from green to red, we usually get a red candle on whatever time frame. It just seems to be the way it moves. I don't know. I have no explanation. RSI on the day, probably not even a lot to look at here, is there? No. No divergence, nothing on the day, nothing really of interest. But I'm loving that. If we get a close above 30.4 today, man, it could get real spicy quick. Actually, let's look at this week here quick. I'm back out to the week because I forgot something. Bollinger Bands on the week, chilling above the baseline or the white line, the 20 weekly. This has been support for each major sell-off this year in March and again in June, finding support there, bouncing off. So each week that passes, this is coming up slowly, currently looking at 27.8. Right in between. Wow. Wow. Everything on this chart is looking for in between that quarterly and monthly bearish engulf. That's wild. It's your 618 retracements, your 20 weekly. It's your quarterly, monthly bearish engulfings. I'm sure Ichimoku Cloud, yeah, right there on the week. Ichimoku Cloud on the TK, right in there. Like everything is pointing to that zone, 27.2, 28.4. Above those values, I'm extremely bullish. Period. Everything is there. A test to there doesn't line up with our daily, what we're seeing on the money flow daily. Doesn't really line up with that, so maybe that discredits it a little bit. But if we do see a sell-off from this range, absolutely, I'm going to reiterate, that's where I'm looking. Absolutely, that's where I'm looking. I'm probably going to prime up some orders, actually, during this live stream. Let's go down to that 12-hour again. Do we have enough votes yet? Do we have enough votes? We have enough votes. Sweet. I didn't want to keep going. I was going to keep going until we got enough votes. That's 12 minute. I was like, this 12-hour looks like a minute time frame. Okay. Perfect. We're going to take that trade and we're going to interact with the chat here in just a minute. Last thing I want to point out just of the analysis side. So that sell-off on the 5th was pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. The measured move target brings us to 28.9. Doesn't really line up with everything else we've seen. That's okay. In the, what do we call it? In the spirit of staying unbiased, I said I'm always bullish, but in the spirit of staying unbiased, I will concede this. This rally from June and into July does look a lot like an ascending channel. Those typically do break to the downside, so that is not the greatest look. This swing high that broke our range, set a new 23 high, slightly higher, that got rejected, is very bearish. It's a very bearish rejection. And on top of that, after price fell, we are now seeing what could be declared a bear flag, right? I don't trust bear flags or bull flags in crypto, but a spade's a spade. In the spirit of being unbiased, that is not a great look. A rejection from a new high, a strong rejection into a bear flag. I think the traditional or classic trader would be looking for another leg down. I wouldn't really have an argument against that just based on, we'll call it just a candle or market structure. We do absolutely have a little fair value gap sitting above us to 30.8. We talked about that in the last stream. I think I did set a short here and I think another one at 30.6, as those are likely places for price to move to, not necessarily to break to a new high, but to engineer liquidity. meaning moving price up, baiting in longs, stopping out shorts, just to then make that move to the downside. Maybe it brings us to 28.4, maybe it brings us to 27.2, whatever. But still very good likelihood there at 30.8. So, yes. Ooh, last thing, 12-hour, beautiful. This lines up so well with the day. I couldn't have asked for something more beautiful. 12-hour reaching a new money flow high here, suggesting an uptrend. That does line up very well with what we're seeing on the daily, with the money flow just rolling over. This doesn't happen often. This is actually a really rare signal. What I like about it as well, VWAP is just reaching zero, and momentum, unlike the day, is finally pinched. We have the green dot. We'll have to have this 12-hour close, though. That is the important part. At 8 p.m. East today, we'll have this confirmation or not of a higher high in money flow, a green dot, and VWAP rolled over. That'll be a pretty bullish sign. That'd be pretty damn bullish. All right. So with 300 votes, 68% of those votes going long. 68. Let's close that poll. You know what? Instead of doing another poll for this chat, I'm looking at the chat. I'm reading the chat. Should the long be a market order right now? Yes or no? Just put yes or no in the chat. Just yes or no in the chat. The majority vote will be the decision. No. Yes. 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 It's a yes. I think that's a yes. I think that's a hell yeah. This one's going to get stopped, guys. I'm just going to tell you now. This long will get stopped out. Like, almost absolutely. Let's zoom into some really low time frames here to see what we might do, where we might look to place this. I like this 618. 30.291 actually looks like a pretty good long entry. We're only $9 above that, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Let me see. Got some bearish divergence on your low time frames. Money flow on the minute looks like garbage. Looks like it wants to roll over. More bearish divergence on the 5-minute money flow. Looks like garbage. Not the best signs. Not the best. I don't love this RSI. The only redeeming factor about my RSI here for this long is that, yeah, it's got tons of bearish divergence. RSI is not coming up with price, but it is remaining above 50. So that gives me a very slight probabilistic edge in my analysis for the upside. Man, even the 15 looks like shit. All right. All right. This is going to not be a trade that stays open long. So let's go ahead. Let's market order. We'll do this. Bloop. Market ordered in. Positions live, baby. Where'd it go? Here it is, right? Right here. $600 long. Just YOLO skeet. YOLO skeeted in. Where am I going to look for some kind of trade here? Hold on. After I place this, then I'll chat. I'll read the chat, see what you guys are up to. All right, let's make this a pretty simple one. So we entered here. Where do we have to look for upside? That's the problem. Not a lot of upside here. 0.16% up to our little interactive resistance here. 0.06 down. So I mean, we could engineer, like, trades don't have to be over big price amounts. I like the big price amounts, but they don't have to be. Like, you could, this is a 2.5 to 1. This could be a 0.06% downside or loss if you lose, and a 0.15 if you win. That's still actively good trading. Still actively good trading. Oh man, we're already getting wrecked. There it is. 30.291. Hopefully that holds. 269. Let's do this. Let's do 32.50. I told you it was gonna get stopped, baby. I told you it was gonna get stopped. Let's just make it a 2 to 1 or a 1 to 1, because I want to win trades on the live. I want everyone to think I'm a really good trader, guys. No, I don't give a shit. Love losing money live. All right. So we're looking here. We're looking. Wait, this is on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. Here we go. Looking here. 22. Low's a little lower. So this is a nice little quick mini lesson here on trading. If you are trading on, say, Fairdesk, which is what I'm trading on right now, great exchange, highly recommend them. If we're using Fairdesk to trade, we're making a mistake. I'll admit, this is Coinbase. I'm making a mistake basing my trades or my values on Coinbase's chart. We can see there is difference. There always is going to be difference across exchanges. Let me see. So this low right here, 3237. Where is it on Fairdesk? 32. Wait. 30.224. All right, it's a little bit lower. So let's do stop right. Meow, where are you? 32. No, 32. Like 14, just a random ass number. There we go. And what were we targeting? Basically 33.5. So similar range right here, 33.44. Close enough, but still, if you've never considered this, consider it. Because I have gotten wrecked on many a trade, or not wrecked, I've gotten sniped and I've gotten not filled by pennies by not looking at the native exchange chart. So is this 350? I don't know if that was actually right. No. Since it's 1-to-1, these have to be equal. 370? I don't like that as much. Let's just put that for now. Damn, that's it. See, this is the difference. This is the difference. That's a 1-to-1. Where's the stop here? 6. Because the low here is lower. Huh. The high has to be higher. Okay. I don't love it. I don't love it, guys. You guys are trying to get me wrecked. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's move this up to 2. There's a subscriber. There's a person who wants to invest in themselves and get learnt and not burnt. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Come on. Come on. I don't know if I really don't love this trade. I told you it was going to get stopped. Son of a B. All right. I'm going to stop messing with this now. 3. You put me in a hard spot, guys. Don't like it. That's good enough. There it is. Trade place. Let's add the next poll. Won't be as many votes, I don't think. Next live trade. Go Tom. Tom Crown. No, that's not Tom. Where are my emojis? There we go. Short. Long. Ooh, we'll do this. We'll have 4. Short limit, long limit. So we can like snoop. Find good entries. Not just market order in and die. Short market. Long market. I don't really care. The only problem with market right now, usually in these streams it would be fine and it wouldn't really make a difference. The only problem right now is that volatility has been so low. We've been in this range for so long that we have so many orders already at these values. Like, we have so many there's so many trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 just in this $100 block. Then we also have 1 short still open, 1 long still open, 2 shorts, 2 longs, 3 shorts. So we have like a few that are just chilling out here. You can see I have that short placed at 30.6, like I said, 30.8, like I said. Where's this other one? Yeah, this long all the way down to 28.5, this long all the way down to 27.2. Those are the numbers we were talking about earlier in the stream. But such a thin band of price action, such low volatility, that it makes it very, I don't know, like redundant just to add in a market order, right? Oh, well. All right. So I'm going to pull up the stream, the chat's behind me, guys. Let's see who's been here. Jeez. I see Creators Crypto. Dang, man, how you doing? I'm doing good. Dave Digital. Ooh, I missed the subscribers. Wait, one sec. Hold up. I can't pronounce this symbol. If it plays. This guy. I can't pronounce that. I don't know what that is, but welcome to you, my friend. Shout out to you. We also have the TiVo21. We got Sebastian Bonovic. Nice. We got like 5 or 6 subscribers already. We're subscriber rich, baby. All right. since I was saying that. I see Alex S. Bro Tip. Crypto Treasure, what's up, dog? Foxy Throwny. Gear, my man Gear. Hall and Pass Feet Wick. I'm just going to call you Wick from now on, bro. I love you, by the way. Jonah Plainclothes, my man. Crunk C. Learning's here. Of course, Learning's here. Life Radham's back. Good to see you, man. Mock Prime Ribs back. Mad Cat Pat's back. Magic Money Games. How you doing? NBF Forums here, as always. Good to have you. No Watini. I don't recognize that name. Welcome, friend. Solidity. Saw you earlier today. Hopefully you're in the Discord now. What's up? Impact TV, Strax Studios, T&D Tesla. Robert, my man Robert. Tassio's here. Been a while, Tassio. Tassio, what are you looking at right now? That's the one thing I love about this community, guys. A great reason to join the Discord is we've been streaming live here for 4 years, and in the Discord, we have people who have been in crypto trading longer than me even. It's just like a collection of really intelligent people, and of course some not so intelligent people, but very intelligent people. I love that we have a community where I can say, what are you looking at? And I know it's going to be something interesting. No pressure, Tassio. What's up, Vish Hearts? Scotty Don't Pee. What up, man? Munchies West. Let me see who I missed. If you're here, put something in the chat so we know you're here. You're here as always, Kevin. Right on, Kevin. Good to have you, bro. Monkey's here. Monkey the man. Monkey, you're like an unofficial, like, you know what, Monkey? Here you go, bro. Here you go. Congrats. Congrats to Monkey. Monkey hype. By the way, for you and anyone who has a wrench, we're pretty hands-off on moderating. The wrench is really, it's like an honor. It's not really, don't feel like you have to, I don't know, silence people's opinions or whatever. It's just like an honor, man. Congrats. What's up, Tonzi? 420 Bud Monster. Blaze it. Coins Chick. We could never miss Coins Chick. If you guys didn't see it, Coins Chick wrote a rather scathing review of myself, and I can't believe that she actually had the balls to publish it. Can't believe it, man. The dark, shady truth about Tom Crown. But we don't silence other voices here. So go ahead, check out that article. It's a good read. It's a good read, but I just can't believe it. Ooh, did Mr. Poppy publish an update? Uh-oh, I think I broke my own website because it's not doing anything. That's not good. I broke my own website. It just ruined. I hacked it. What the F? What is happening with this? Is the stream disconnecting? Because this is not working. Nope. I broke my own website. Or maybe you guys broke it. Maybe you guys all flooded over there to read the article. Maybe you broke it. I would love to open up Poppy's market update, but I can't. She has balls, metaphorically. I don't miss you every stream loading name, because I didn't this stream. Oh yeah. I won't lie, loading name. Your name, it's not personal. There's something in my brain when it reads it. It just like interprets it as my brain speaking. It doesn't like recognize it as a name. I don't know. What's up, Lance? Good morning from Vegas. Did you guys know I was featured on the Vegas MSG Sphere recently? It's a profound honor. Profound honor. That's right. Haters will say it's fake. Haters will say it's a scam. Probably the same people waiting for 0.1 Bitcoin. It's a scam. You're not really on there. Oh, well. I didn't miss Quinn Chick. She's here. What's up, Janex Malik Daoud? Much love to you, my friend. Jeremy Ragsdale in the house. Jeremy, have you been streaming? Jeremy? It's been a month. I understand. It's hard times for streaming. But it's good to have you, man. Jeremy Ragsdale, very talented artist. Go subscribe to him. B4 Crypto, here waiting for 420. Well, technically we do have to wait, but you can make an exception. What's up, Kevin Hussman Jelly? Hi, Mom. I'm on YouTube. Yes, you are. Your mom's proud. What's up, Up and Run? Dave Digital, my man. How you doing? Sergio Games. Who else? DJ Johnny. Jacob. Fraud by Abe Howell. Moggy, of course, the beautiful Moggy. Dale Russell. George Karagianis. Archer 82. Mike Bennett. Who else is here, guys? I think you're all here. Everybody's here. Creators Crypto. Good to see you, man. JT Discord. Join it. Discord.gg/Tom Crown. Always nice seeing you too, Justin King. You demand. Strax Studios. At least you're happy. Good, good. I hope everyone's happy. It's Monday. This is a hard day to be happy, so it's good to have people happy here. Big hands, little spoon, baby. When 28K? I don't know, man. Probably by the end of the month, maybe? 28K. I mean, that's like kind of our downside target. It's like 28.4 to 27.2, something like that. I don't even remember what I say anymore. That's how you know it's all genuine. I just say whatever comes to my mind. I don't think about it. I don't plot. I don't plan. What's up, Cali Crop Doc? Cali Crop Doc. All right. All right. Next trade. I didn't put an amount of votes. Let's go with like 250. Looks like long limit, long winning, long limit up there, though. I could do that. I could do that. You can't use Streamlabs. Casino gigs. Ah, I see what you're saying, man. What up? Wasson, bro, BTC up or down? BTC sideways. 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 T-Bone. Tasio, you've been real busy keeping an eye on macro, DCing. Well, that's king shit, my friend. That's king shit right there. It's good to hear it. Guys, something I preach often is, yeah, we've live streamed for 4 years. I don't take breaks, really. Just because I do that doesn't mean you shouldn't. It's okay to take breaks in crypto. In fact, I would say it's probably a key to success. It's very healthy. Take a break. Do something else. It's summer, baby. We'll be here when you get back. We'll leave the lights on. We'll be here. What's up, Crypto Military Vet? Good to see you, man. And of course, the Pickle, the man himself, David Brum. Good names here. Good names. Good names. And finish the comment. Pi cycle bottom indicator is bullish. Ooh. Ooh. Let's check that out. I think it has it here. Order book, chart, order data. Data, order book, data. Pi cycle top indicator. Where's the bottom indicator? There's some funny jokes you can make about that. Huh. Pi cycle bottom indicator. I can't read this. Oh, well, that didn't work. Is this gonna work? I just want to see it. I don't want to not. I don't want whatever this crap is. It did say it was on TradingView, so maybe we'll just add it. Indicators. Pi cycle. Bottom. Welcome to Crypto ASMR. That's right. The smoothest jazz in all of crypto. It didn't work. Maybe it did. Okay. Alright, Pi cycle bottom. Doesn't this just like feel like it was fit though? Like, did this indicator even exist in 2018? I don't know. Now it's saying right here was the bottom. I mean, it's in. It's in, says the Pi cycles. We even have that pretty little like smooch lips here. Got that smooch lips here again. So basically, I guess what? Pi cycle bottom indicator, if I'm looking back, kind of has to remain above this green line. That green line sitting right below our 27.2. Something telling me that if we do go to 27.2, it will be whenever this Pi cycle moving average, whatever it is, 26.8, whenever that crosses over 27.2, that's going to actually be kind of a heads up for me. I've never looked at the bottom indicator. Giggity. Giggity goo. All right. What else was I doing? Let me take a look at the dollar. The dollar looking like hot garbage, as it has pretty much all year looked like hot garbage. Bearish divergence. Boom on our side. Bearish divergence. Bearish divergence again. No bearish divergence on that high, actually. This recent one. But again, coming back down to the bottom of our trend at about 100, being the, third tap after lower highs. This does not look good. Does not look good. Money flow on the day rolling over, VWAP down, momentum down. Not great. Not great. The other thing I'd keep an eye on here is that potentially we could see bullish divergence on our lows form on on RSI as this comes down. But that might actually be hard. That might actually be hard. As we commonly say, but to reiterate and to recap, ooh, wow, week looks like garbage, man. Looked so good, now it looks like garbage. When the dollar falls, logically, everything that is purchased with dollars goes up because the dollar can buy less. When the dollar goes up, like it did in September of 22, logically, everything that's purchased in dollars goes down in dollar value because those dollars can purchase more. So, in general, very general, when the dollar falls, assets go up. When the dollar goes up, assets go down. It's not quite that simple, but it is a pretty logical, simple explanation. The dollar's still looking like hot garbage. Lower highs here in July. I don't know when this will break, but eventually it's going under 100. Dollar not looking super healthy. Even on the month, man. Look at that tapping of 101. Not great. No. Momentum fell under. Wow, our low broke on money flow. VWAP is coming back up, but it's being reluctant. That does not look good. I think we see a move down into lower sub 100, and then I think eventually we see that lower high, but Lord knows when that'll happen. Bonds continue to hit highs, pulling back a little bit in the last day or two. Let me see this. What was our last streams TA? This was the 5th. Not a lot there. This was the 7th. What do we have here? Ooh, our little candle. Our little candle guy. Little happy candle. Mr. Candle can't hurt you because Mr. Candle's not real. That was our last stream. Not a lot happened. Kind of similar to this stream. Honestly, the price action looks really similar. It's kind of this like weird grindy up. No highs broken. Boring. Ooh, we almost got stopped out on our long already. Almost. Still alive, but barely. Barely alive. 223. Oh, I took a lower... No wonder it wasn't adding up. Take a lower stop loss. It's all the way down here. Which means we have to aim higher. You know what? Let's just say 30.6, honestly. I want a better risk to reward. We like to lose trades here. I want a better risk to reward, and I think 30.6 is going to come anyway. So, a little insider information. So, guys, when you see people trade live or post P&Ls or whatever, here's the thing. I could do this while I was live. In fact, maybe I should start it with this. I could win 100% of trades, right? I could win 100% of the trades while live if I did one thing. And that would be basically just taking really bad risk to reward trades. So this is 3.59. I should probably make this just a 3. Or I'll make it a 2 to make it easy. All right, this is 2 to 1 now, just as an example. What this means is basically I have to win 2 out of every... No, I have to win 1, sorry, out of every 3 trades. Now that'd be a 3 to 1. Why is my brain doing? What's my brain doing today? I'll do 3 because I always use 3 to 1. That's what I'm used to explaining it on. So if it's a 3 to 1, I have to win 1 out of 3 trades. I only have to hit 33% of the time. I don't have to have every trade be successful. I just need 1 out of 3. This is, in my opinion, a good risk to reward, between 2 and 3. If I wanted to just tell everyone how great I was, which I don't care about, so I don't, and I think it's also deceptive, what could I do? I could just do something like this. All right, I put the long position here. I make my take profit, let's get rid of this. I make my take profit 30.4, right? 0.45% upside. So how do I make it so I never lose any trades? I do this. I just make my stop loss stupidly, like irrationally low. And so now, it's like a 0.03 to 1. I have to win almost 100% of trades to be profitable here. The problem is the second you do lose this trade, when that does happen, you've lost everything. Like, you've lost everything. You've lost 13% and you were risking it for only a 0.5% upside. So you are statistically going to win this trade a lot, way more than 50%. You're going to win this trade probably 90 something percent. But what does it matter? This is how people run around and say, I have a 100% win rate. Yeah, you do, because you're doing this. You're tricking people. You're deceiving them by saying you win every trade. But in reality, you win every trade until you lose one. And now you've lost everything. Like, it's just stupid. To make this more exaggerated even, let's go to the day. Watch. I'm putting a long position right here, okay? Well, I'm just going to make my stop loss at $1,000, right? And I'll make my take profit at like 32. Now it's a 0.09 to 1. You play this trade 100 times. You're probably going to win it 100 times, right? You might be stuck in a trade for months or years. You're probably going to win this trade almost every time. Problem is, when you do lose, so this probably will never happen, but when you do lose this trade, you lose everything. You're just liquidated, minus 96, 97%. So be aware. I didn't mean to ramble on about this or rant about this long, but be aware when you hear people say, oh, my win rate is blah, blah. Win rate without context is irrelevant. Is completely irrelevant. The context that you need is, well, what are the risk to rewards on your trades? Are you taking above a 1 risk to reward? If you're not, I don't care if you're winning 100% of trades, because what you're doing is you're not doing anything. You're just trading very irresponsibly. Anyway, that was more than I wish to ramble about that topic. I get off topic. I guess on topic. I get on topic. But when we're doing 3 to 1s, we only need to win 1 out of 3. Very easy. Easy peasy. Should I adjust the trade like this? Nah, it's still going to get stopped. I'm just going to leave it the way it was. We have 207 votes. Let's get like 43. Let's get 250 votes. I like this one because it's a little more split. Actually, the biggest voted right now is a short limit by 1%. However, longs are still above 50%, looking at 54% long, 46% short. I do give you guys little tips sometimes on what I'm looking at. For a very short-term play, I'm probably looking for a short. Short-term play, looking for a short. That's right. That's right. Let me refresh the chat. Your wind rate. My wind rate is 135 miles per hour. Funding will also eat that trade alive. Truth. Tasio knows what I'm talking about, though. Like, it is very easy to deceive people who don't understand the anatomy of trading. It's very easy to deceive people with win rates and whatever, P&Ls even, because someone might say, oh, I won $10,000 on this trade. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's awesome. Wow, I wish I could do that. But what is their margin? What is their capital? If they have $1 million and they win $10,000, that's not a big win. That's a small win. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's a small win. If they had $50 as $10,000 win, that's huge. That's wild. There's a lot more elements to trades and success and analyzing success than just win rate or P&L. The only thing that really matters at the end of the day is, are you profitable over time? And the answer to that is 90-something% of people aren't. It's the long game. It's very difficult. Your win rate is 1% at 1,000 to 1 risk to reward. You'd be hella profitable. You'd be hella profitable at that, literally at that risk to reward and win rate. Hella profitable. You'd be like 10x profitable. What's up, the nines? Good to see you, brother. Loading name, monkey, pickle, Folsom Hodl. What's the best place to paper trade? That's a good question. I'm biased, but I'm gonna say Femex. Femex has their own like paper trading exchange. They're also our sponsor, so I have to name them. They're solid. Paper trading's great. BingX used to sponsor us, so I'll shout them out. They have a great paper trading thing as well. It's basically There's some coin that, you know, it's not for sale. It's just they give them to you. And it's like paper trading, but it's like, I think it's called like XV. I don't remember. VST, something weird. But FEMX, I would recommend. And I'd also recommend signing up for FEMX with my link. That's what I'd recommend. TradingView. You can paper trade on TradingView. The thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have the same feel as an exchange. So I think that you lose a little bit. I think you lose a little in the translation. 5 minutes still looking crappy. All right, 1 minute did roll over like we were looking at when we placed that trade. But it's already beginning to kind of slope back up. The only thing that I'm a little hesitant on is this is a lower low, it seems. It's a little downside pressure. Downside pressure. Oof, 30-minute can't catch a break. 45-minute can't catch a break. Hourly is like our only hope. We've been live over an hour already. Wow. Wow. Monday fun day, fam. Monday fun day. Let's see. 225, but that kind of looks like that's the most we're going to get. So let's end that one. We'll do another one. All right, long limit wins. Long limit wins. Let's see. Let's look at some weird time frames. See if we can find some fun long limits. Like this here. 30.1. 30.16. There's so many orders there, though. It's kind of poopy. Let's see. We're going to hunting. We're going hunting for orders. Right here. 30. Wow. Actually, for longs, it kind of looks like right here's a spot. Let's continue. Yikes. Be 29.2. 29. Do we have one around there? Let's see. Let us navigate. We have a stop loss there. That looks like a juicy spot. You know, do we have any like wick catching ones? Yeah. This one's already open. Take profit, take profit. 29,875. I could see that. Could see that. Let's look at the week. Maybe it's at the bottom of our weekly here. 30.1 again showing up. 29.3. Ooh. 28.5. I know we already have one at 28.5. But maybe we want to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. It's to like 20. Oh, not 28.5. Woo. Let's do that. Place that there. Six. Let's do 20. We'll do this as a double. We'll do this as a twofer. 0.95. Take it. Let's set some of these up too. Let's add some take profits here. Let's do it like that. What? Oh. Well, at least it didn't execute it. At least it waited. There we go. Now we're being responsible. Adding a few more lines to our crazy chart. That's good. So there's some real weird time frames. A 14-day. What's the 14-day doing? 14-day actually kind of spicy. Maybe rolling over. Look at like 62 days. What's going on there? Actually pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. 15 looks pretty good. Wow. 27.7. Interesting. Like a 10-day. Man, with this stair stepping down in like April, May, you just have so many horizontals here that it's just like, it's just crowded. Just a crowded area. Like 7-day. What's going on there? I like 27.2. Did we have an order there? I think we do. I think I just looked and there just was. No, there's a take profit, but not an order. Yeah. Let's do 27.3. Let's front run it. Go 26 and 26.9. There we go. Cool. Got a bunch. Got a bunch. Our long might be working out here. Might be. That would still sit. Yep. Yup. All right. Man. Could not ask for slower trading. Could not. Your battery is for you. You. What's up, Dylon? Waves. Oh, what's up, Y Breezy? I missed you. Welcome to the club, Y Breezy and Wasson. I didn't catch you either, man. I don't even know if you're still here. That was a while ago. Thank you for subscribing, my friends. Good to have you. I don't know why, but when New York closes, Bitcoin tends to go up. Honestly, I have thought that about like everything, like every close, every open. No, Bitcoin does this and that. It just seems to cycle through. Like what you'll see is like New York open will lead to like a pump for like, I don't know, a month. And then all of a sudden New York open is a dump or vice versa. Or like it doesn't ever hold true for any like meaningful amount of time. And kind of by the time you realize it, it's like over. It's like maybe you'll catch one trade on it before it just doesn't do that anymore. All the correlations just don't last. More Noob Gaming, correct. More volatility on Wednesday. We have our big numbers coming out. CPI, PPI, unemployment, or initial jobless claims Thursday. Yeah, likely catalysts. We said that in the beginning of the episode when we looked at some metrics and some analytics and some metrics on macro. That was our thought is, yeah, today's probably not going to be very volatile. Probably. You saw a red candle and your nose started bleeding. You should go check a doctor, man. What's up, Neil Boldy? LFG. I like your energy, man. Smoke a big fat cigar. Dude, I don't F with cigars. They destroy me, man. Every time I smoked a cigar, I've regretted it. Go ahead. No judgments, but my throat gets ripped up. Wasson, hey bro, today Bitcoin reached 600? No. I'm gonna go no. Negative. Maybe you long now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think much is gonna happen today. You're short soul, Jacob. What else do you guys want to look at? Let's just like take a peek at what's going on with alts because maybe something spicy's happening. I didn't check. I don't think I got any alerts either. Litecoin yesterday. Sol. Oh yeah, let's look at Sol. I had some negative things to say about Sol. Just the chart. But I think it did. Not yet. Not yet. Looking for a break of this 2231. You can see very, very briefly. Very, very briefly. 22.3 for like in 1 hourly candle, maybe 2. It did trade above and then moved back down. This is spicy that it seems to have found support at 20.8. RSI is nice and low in the hour, but I was very skeptical. I said, we've seen this before. You get this really sharp drop, yes, float back up. You're in like a parallel ascending channel. Typically look for that to break to the downside. And before we looked at this, it hadn't reached 20.223. And I said, the problem is when we looked at it, it was at like 21. Is you haven't broken a higher high. I would say that it still hasn't. It literally has, but I'd say it still hasn't. The only reason being is that it immediately rejected, but I'm not as bearish as I was on this. So we do have a higher low. If that holds, it's like $20.50. If that holds, then it's all right. That's fine. You have a higher low. You can come back up. You can move and actually break that line and then maybe play this out, right? But if you break this low, you've effectively just rejected from where you fell from. And then I think you see this ascending channel play out. Sold. It's all right there. You do have, and this is like what we were even looking at, some gnarly bearish divergence. So by breaking that high and rejecting, what happened? You hit a higher high. Oh, well, I mean, maybe that's not bearish divergence. You technically broke the high. I think this is up to like how you use divergence, how you view it. Some people don't use the wicks. Some people do use the wicks. I generally use the wicks. So I'll say that technically it did get rid of that. The kind of exaggeration, though, of the high and the RSI is a little weird to me. Your RSI is way higher than here, yet your high is only like a penny higher. Actually, I have an idea. Lip. 18.3, maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Interesting. I'm probably not going to take this one. I don't really love trading. I don't love trading altcoins with leverage. But this is not a terrible trade. There's potentially, maybe this isn't the perfect one, but the thesis here is good. It's like if you break this higher low, things aren't looking so hot. However, you got your 618 retracement right here from your local high to low. So maybe you can take a long on that and basically just target that 618 to the upside again. I think that makes sense. Remember, it's a 3-to-1 risk to reward. So you only need a 33% confidence, basically, that that's going to happen for this to be a profitable trade. Even if you lose it, if you had reason to believe it's above 33%, it's still a profitable trade in the long term if you keep taking them. I can see that. I can see it. All right, I was going to look at the other alts while my position gets stopped, probably. Biggest gainer over the last hour, Polygon. Ooh, that actually looks kind of spicy. Maybe we'll look at Matic. Polygon, the biggest over the last 24 hours. Solana, the biggest over the last week. Polygon in third. We're not even going to look at Leo token. F that garbage. Let's look at Matic. Let's take a peek at Polygonic. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. Looking over here at Matic BTC, or Matic's value versus Bitcoin, does seem as if it is for now in this monthly holding that higher low. This was a big question mark for me. Big question mark. That is a good sign. That is a good sign. Ooh, and it's breaking highs. Okay. All right, Matic. Matic, okay. All right. All right. Let's take a peek at the dollar value. Breaking your high. Go to the days. Well, this is not the most comforting climb. I'll say that. Not the most comforting climb. but could look worse. Kind of bear flaggy here, but you are hitting higher highs, so it's better than a lot of things. You did test 65.3 cents of support and you hit a higher high. Cool. Cool. So where might we look? If we were in a long, where would we look? Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take this. Beautiful. Right there. 76.5 to 78.1. Very, very nice. From our fall, 618 retracement, check, and daily order block, check, followed by inefficient downward price action, check. The probability of Matic returning to 78 cents before going lower or breaking lows or whatever, very good. Very good. Money flow on the day, beautiful, following Bitcoin up, flipping positive at the same time, higher high momentum, VWAP up. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. Strong close today for Matic is a very, very good thing. Let's see. Ooh. All right, provided that it gets out of this kind of, we'll call it bear flag, call it a ascending wedge, whatever, provided it gets out of this pattern, which might mean a move up to that target at 78-ish cents, and maybe back down to like 65. You could do something like that, make a bigger triangle. You can see that. Provided it does, though, or even if it just closes higher, you then might be looking to test that dollar. That sweet, sweet psychological dollar mark. That's the larger retracement. It was back tested back here, so kind of drops the probability for me, but this inefficiency here is definitely leading up into it. And this is pretty much the visible resistance here. I like it. I like it. Whenever anything points to $1, $10, $100, $1,000, I always like it. It's always worth looking at because we make those things come true by being human. A little weakness on the lower time frames, but you get into like the 4 hour, things are looking all right. 6 hour, things are looking all right. It's a very tempered move up. 12 hour rolling over just like Bitcoin with the daily. I mean, I like Matic. I think it's I like this chart. I like this setup. I think it's heading to 78. That's like not even a 10% upside, but that's when I think you're going to see the decision if it's actually moving to $1 or if it's heading back down to retest lows. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot, chat. You know what else I like? I like Wansin City 1 for subscribing, along with the handsome Tom Brown. One letter away from Tom Crown. Gotta respect that. Handsome name, my friend. That's what I like. I like all the new fam subscribing, joining. Looking for quality content, not shill hype BS. We're a very unique YouTube channel. Let's see. Somehow this trade is like actually working. I thought for sure this was going to get stopped right away. 5 minutes starting to shape up. You can see that as you did hit a lower low and a lower high, but you hit a higher low then. And then you broke that lower high. This could be, this could be reversing on low time frame. This could be reversing back to the upside. The 1 minute definitely not showing us that though. This is not really what I'd like to see there. But the 1 minute is virtually irrelevant. 15 minute definitely giving us the signal for rolling over. However, VWAP now at 0 and we're seeing momentum pinch. This could be a little fake out, but we're going to look for maybe in the next, I'd say hour to hour and a half. Watch money flow on the 15. If it can break that high, this starts to begin an uptrend and it rejects the rolling over. And things look pretty good there. I'm going to need that because these other time frames look like shit. They look like crap. 32 minutes on this hour. Looking for a close over 30.35. Bullish engulfed the hour. 2 solid 4 hour candles. And a rollover into positivity. I like it. Interesting here. 4 hour candle close, double bottom right there at 30.1. I like that. I like it. Yeah, that same, you had like the double top on the closes and the double bottom on the closes. Very range bound characteristics. Sideways, baby. Sideways. What's up, Sin? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. What's up, BG? Josh Raphael looking at Ethereum. You know, I haven't looked at Ethereum in a few days. Let's look at Ethereum. Put that Femex link in there. Sign up with Femex if you don't have an account. They're a great exchange. I've been using them for like 3 years. No issues. They're our oldest sponsor as well. Ethereum Bitcoin just cannot catch bids. That's not hot. That looks bad. No bullish divergence on your lows. Mang. Mang. Oh, mang. Oh. Ethereum hour. Ugly. Ugly Ethereum hour. Let's see. Really zoomed in, you see something really pretty nice here. You have a little double bottom on the closes, just like the corn. You came and you filled that fair value gap perfectly. Now you're moving back up. You closed a 4 hour higher than your previous high. Ethereum's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad, and I'm talking very short term. I think a trip back to 1908 on Ethereum is like locked and loaded. I think that's locked and loaded. No idea how long that'll take. But that looks very good. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Measured move right there, 1912. Nice little bull div off of this low. Groovy. Look for a 12-hour close. So today's close or daily close above 1870. Wow. Wow, did you see that? I said Ethereum looks good, and then all of a sudden it went up. Whales. Whales. You know the deal, Whales. You're supposed to wait till after the stream. You're not supposed to like pump it while I'm live, guys. Silly freaking Whales, man. I can't do the analysis if it's moving. It's got to be frozen. All right. Yeah, 1870. Look for a close today above 1870 on Ethereum. That's solid. Close over 1870. I think you're heading to 19 and change. And change. Look at the daily though, and it's that wick that keeps effing stuff up. If we didn't have that one freaking wick on the 6th, things would look much better because you'd have just a fall, just inefficiency. But instead, you have this. You have this, and that's putting like the brakes on it at 1900. Wow, wow. What the F? Really? You're just gonna do it now? Let's see. Is it Bitcoin moving? Bitcoin's not even moving. Although it might be about to. Wow, you guys were here for that. You saw it. I don't know. I didn't really pump that much, but it pumped enough for me to say, wow, visible. I think that's good. I think that's that. I'm gonna put that in the Discord. Well, Wick Monkey, it actually was fake because you didn't see it, but I market bought like $8 million worth of Ethereum just to have that little pump, just so I could have some good content. That's how much I care, guys. I'll put this in the Discord. Great reason, a little perk to be in the Discord. You should join. Little updates. You get the charts. Man. You get some great calls. Maybe we should tweet, man. This seems tweetable. If I tweet, though, it will immediately reverse. Should we doom Ethereum? I'm going to tweet it. It's not really that great of a call. It's okay. We're just going to tweet it anyway. I like to tweet while we're live. It's combining mediums, you know? Why can't I do this? Okay. There it is. Let's tweet it. It's fun. Here it is. At the 1900 question mark. Well, thinky face. Thinky face. Thinky face. There it is. Now we've ruined it. Now it will go down. I tweeted it. Now it's like only red from here on out. Actually, that looks so strong. Look at these wicks. This looks so strong right now. I'm talking very short term, very near price. Look at these wicks. That is awesome. It's like market participants pushing the price up, sellers coming in, but just unable to make any ground against these buys. How's the volume? Volume's moving up. I like it. I like it. That is a clean effing uptrend, man. It is on the 1 minute. RSI on the 1 minute's at 95, baby. Cooking with dynamite. There we go. I tweeted. Right there. Let's add this. Tweeted. Rip. Nah, it's still looking good. 32 got to break for Bitcoin. That's right, Manjula, and we got to break it. We will eventually. What else we can break is our subscriber count today. All you have to do is subscribe. That's it. Don't wait. Act now. Subscribe. This is like the only volatility we've caught in a few streams, man. I'll take it, Ethereum. Thank you. Thank you, Ethereum. Thank you. If Ethereum's moving, what else is moving is the question. Pepe! My Pepe is moving. Bitcoin crossing 30.4. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Man, this was looking so dingy. Now it's looking a little better. Looking for a strong hourly close here. Bullish engulf. Ooh, boy. Ooh, buddy. Hour and a half left on this 4-hour candle. That's enough time. That's enough time. These lower time frames starting to shape up potentially. We were talking about the 15. What could happen? What's happening? That's coming up now. It's coming up now. Giggity. Giggity, giggity. Let's go back to our trades really quick. Do I have any 30.4 shorts? No. None. Not even a single one. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I'm doing this. Let's do a tiny one. Don't tell anyone. It's our secret. We didn't vote for it. Secret. Clip. Oh, no. No, not clip. Boo. I wanted it at 30.4. Son of a bitch. That's a nice little rally, though. I mean, comparatively to what we've seen. Nice little rally. Maker is up 1%, but it's down. It was at like almost 1100 when we looked at it, and we're calling for 1000. Now it's back below 1000. BNB is up 4%. Bitcoin Cash is up 2%. These are not very big moves, man. What's the biggest loser? Nothing I care about. All right. You guys know what to do. Make sure you've liked and subscribed, joined the Discord, sign up with Femex and Fairdesk. They are the best exchanges that I've ever used. No KYC. That's one of the best parts. You don't have to KYC on Femex or Fairdesk. You get bonuses for using my link. It's all gravy. We've been live an hour and 40-ish minutes, and it is basically time. Now the viewers are starting to turn up, of course, because we saw a little movement. Now it's time for them to turn up. But it's Monday. I'm going to go do shit. You guys go do shit. I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Or earlier if it gets hella spicy. Love you all. Crown out.